All right. Ooh, I'm a little bit early. Okay. Oh, I gotta turn off my video. Oh, you're actually not helping something. Yeah, go help these. Hold on. Does it work on you? Sit, exit, exit, exit. Okay, it doesn't work on you. You're just such a beautiful kid. Yes, you are. You're so beautiful. Yeah, I like my cat. Yeah, he didn't mean to get me as bad as he did. I mean, he's a cat and it's water. Hello. Oh, crud. I forgot to get water. Oh, well, I can always go and get more water if I need any. Anyway, hello, hello. Welcome. Uh, put a thumbs up. You know, I appreciate it. So, I want to talk about things, and I know that my ex put out and stated that I was evil as the incarnate, as both my parents put together. I was a walking epitome of evil, and he spread rumors about what I was doing, and it really did hurt my feelings, and it hurt my ability to even get another job. That's how I ended up in the pit. But I really love working there. It's just I'm gonna be fairly honest. It was like two really hard years. The last 2 years, I am so glad that I guess you could say that I found myself watching someone going, "Hey, this is pretty cool." I'm listening to this person and reading their books, and I have shorts from a couple days ago. It shows all the websites I go on. Go check that out in the shorts that I have. And the videos, they're only 3 minutes. It's not even 3 minutes long. And you can just go in you know, in the description and it gives you all the videos, that I usually like to watch. So anyway, yeah. And isn't that wonderful? They just love to spread stuff. I didn't. And I realized, hold it. That's how he was when we were together. No joke. I had teachers sit us down and ask why my ex was going up to women at school and telling them bad things about me. And it didn't dawn on us. It wasn't us, like the parents and everyone else. It was someone in my ex's family who said, "Yeah, because he sounds like he's trying to score with someone at school." That's what guys do when they try to score. They say how nasty the other one is. But it seems like there must be a lot of women who are, and this is what my ex brother in law said, satisfied. And yeah, I think that's how he did it with every person. But we are going to talk about, okay, so here it is. I helped two people one time get together magically, and you work on that when you do the whole magical thing, or it's a lot of prayer, a lot of meditation on two people. And I did that for somebody. It was my ex and somebody that he had a crush on. It was okay. Someone that he knew in high school that became available. And they talked for a while. And I thought, let me just kind of push them in the right direction. So I did. Oh, yeah. You want to know what happened? I don't know, but she broke up with him. I don't know if it was because it was a long distance relationship. I don't know if it was a long distance relationship. I don't know. But suddenly, boom, they were over. It was, I'd say, a good year. That was a year. And the reason why I did that also, you know, I wanted him to be happy. I just wanted some happiness out of the divorce, and I couldn't even get that. So what yeah, but I did get him to sign the divorce papers, and that was what I really wanted, and he was able to find somebody. I don't know what happened, but she broke up with him. It wasn't the other way around. And I was like, "Wow, okay." No, I did not. Yeah, there was nothing going on. Yeah. Yeah, I know that a lot of people, and I did find my other shoes. They were outside. They came back even though I checked there a gazillion and a half times. These motherfuckers came back. Okay. And usually I have insoles in them. The reason why I bought them is because they have, see these underneath here? They have magnets. And the magnets are great, especially if you're on cement. So when I was on cement, it would really affect your body a lot different than when you're on a cushy or even somewhat cushy type of walking. And when you're on cement all the time, standing up, getting up, moving, it's a pain in the butt. So I bought the shoes, and suddenly my feet and ankles weren't as I guess it would be like liquid. It was just like they get all fat. So then what happened was when I bought the shoes, even my doctor said, "Oh, those are really great." It's, like if you're, shoot, I felt like I was holding in Lake Michigan, I was going, God dang, I'm just like, get the you guys can be like, and when it came to my ankles, they just got big. And I was told, well, well, doctors, you just got to quit this sodium. I'm like, maybe it's also being that I would stand for more than 4 hours. So that's hard on your legs. Yeah. So, good to move them around and stuff. Yeah. I do have siblings, by the way. Oh, yes. And a lot of my friends, I try to tell them right off the bat because they all think they drive like, no, they don't drive like me, and do not lend them your car. I had a friend go, oh, your brother can just, no, my brother not touching your car brand new. Yeah, yeah, you got full insurance out. Mm-mm. You have your husband do that. Oh, yeah. My brother's driving is so scary. Most of my siblings, from what my dad told me in 2019, he said all your siblings have a problem getting insurance because they get into so many accidents every single year. Oh, wow. I said, yeah. Now I'm not going to sit. Okay, I'm the best one out of them, not getting accidents, but for a good driver. And I said, Dad, the thing is, you should have done the same thing what you did to me is to everybody else. What? Go and take the obstacle course with a K car. God damn, that car was a horrible steering, man. Just to get through the course, I don't give a fuck. You had to be a race car driver because it was like driving a motherfucking box. It really was. It was the closest thing to a box. I said, couldn't you get a Trans Am? No, we got to get the K car. Woo! Yeah, they couldn't give those fuckers away. They lost a lot of money. It was because it looked like you were driving a Kleenex box. That's what one said, but yeah. So I learned on that, and I said, you should have had everyone else follow what I did. My dad said, I don't think any of your siblings could do even half as well as what you did on the obstacle course because you were determined to outdo everyone, and you were just determined. And I was like, okay, I'll just let you do that. And, it was funny. Yeah, we'll just let her, yeah, we'll give her a surprise and everything. And, I did. I did the obstacle course. I took my time. I learned it. And my dad's like, damn, because I had to get the feel how I was taught. So you had to feel every single vehicle, even if they're made exactly the same, has a different way where they take a right turn, left turn, how you feel, how it handles. So you got to feel the car out. You ever heard of that? It's the same thing. You just feel the motherfucker out. So everyone thinks that my siblings drive like me. Now, I can take a video of my son going, "Oh fuck no." Drive with my brother. Either of them. Either my sibling Erica, who was once Eric, or even Christopher. Jeez, those two, it's like you have one in her hand going like this and driving a car, kid you not, with the knees. That was scary. And my brother, every time he gets close to any semi, I don't care. I've been driving with him. I give him a chance every so often, but this last time it gave me a pitter patter in my heart. I said to my brother, I'm not driving back home with you. Yeah, I'm taking a different route. And he looked at me really, and I go, no, I can't take your driving. No. That's scary driving. You need, and this is what I told him, you need to go on a racetrack. You need to learn how to drive. And he kind of laughed at me. I'm like, oh, that was bad. Ooh, scary me. Oh, that was just too, yeah. So Erica, oh yeah, that's another fun time to go. Do 2, 3 things at one time. Eyeliner on. You're gonna get that fucker right stuck in your eyeball. You're gonna lose your eye, motherfucker. I'm sitting there going thinking, I'm saying nothing. You think I'm the nice one, but I'm sitting there going, yep. I agreed with my dad. More or less, she could have done a whole lot better in life. She got mad because the family voted on everything, and she got all the votes for everything that my sibling wanted. She got, oh yeah. But after the age of 18, my dad said, hey, you gotta start doing shit for yourself. That's how we do it. Shoot, the only thing I look forward to 18 is I can swear. Woo! It's magical to me. That's what I thought was funny. I can swear. No more swear jar. I'm 18. Oh, that I'm 18 in April. Woo! My cousins, the Ding Dong Brothers. Yeah, my dad decided when I was 18, I was going to have my birthday in April, right? He was going to take the cruise line and I was going to go and stay in California and we were going to have a great old time. I got a big old pickle jar. Oh, I was so excited because it was going to be my swear jar. Oh, yeah, I got a lot of people swear because they thought I was still 17. Nope, I was 18 on April 14th. We had the birthday, I think, on the 18th, and everybody and anybody came. And, my cousin's all there swearing, and I'm getting a swear jar. Aren't you going to remember? I turned 18, and I laugh and walk away. Yeah. They thought they were celebrating early. No, you're kidding me. Yeah, it's after my birthday. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we've been doing it for years, playing practical jokes on each other. I got a whole lot of new ones. Woo! I'm going to go and look them up. I got this thing called Ben Verified. I'm going to go on there. I'm going to look them up and I'm going to actually just send them a letter and see what they say. Yeah. It's like, woohoo, and see what they say. Yeah. Yeah. It's funny how siblings are, you know what I mean? Yeah, none of them can drive worth a crap. Do not, if they say they're my siblings, oh no, for certain they cannot drive worth a. Let's just put it this way: if you have a life insurance policy and you want to go quickly, drive with any of my siblings that you want. guaranteed a happy return because my siblings, I don't drive. Oh, hell no. My brother was the last one, and he's Muslim, and they don't. Well, I'm just saying, he just drives horrible. Yeah, he gets near a big rig. He wants it. It's like that sucks. It's like there's a suckle or something. You feel like it's sucking up the vehicle, and you're like, those tires are looking really motherfucking close. Woo! When you see the ridge of those tires, I just said to my dad, and I go, no, don't put that motherfucker back in the driver's seat. All right. He's like, yeah. And I go, no. Why don't you do? No, I don't think your siblings won't do as well as you do. That's why I do it. Because he's sitting. Oh, I knew you would do it. That's because I was driving a 1969 Fury and turning it around and backing it up like it was a Toyota. It was a big ass boat. You had to learn. And just a little gas to get it in that. Yeah. But when we called it the green machine. When I took the green machine, it was raining, sleeting. I failed the first one because I went to stop and it just kept kind of going. Yeah, so I said, it's not even a good time to even do this. It's gotten slushy and crappy. So I had to reschedule and then come back again and do it. And my dad's like, how'd you do it? Well, at least when I stopped, it didn't go. Ooh, and then I tried to do it again. And it was just like almost impossible to get it at that perfect area because my green machine kept moving back. Yeah, I like driving my 69 Fury. It reminded me of my grandfather. It was my grandfather's car. I would drive in it and I would smell his cigar. And that was like him saying, hey, I'm here. Yeah, I'm just sitting in back having a cigar. I'm here. And it was an amazing car. And everyone called it the green machine. So the green machine went everywhere, you know. I thought it was great. Put $5 in gas in, you know. I remember when I used to get my I used to fill up my tank once a week and it was a big ass tank. I took like $30. That now would be over what I put in my Jeep. God dang, it takes $80. Yeah, it takes every little like thing is $20. So there's 4 of them. So when it gets a half a tank, it's $40. When it gets a whole, like, and it's like getting real low, then it's $80. So it's like, crap. Yeah. Yeah, I have a sister too. Oh yeah, she's a little. Well, anyway, she made a big deal about being daddy's favorite. I go, oh, honey, you haven't been in our family in 20 years. You came out of the woodwork because you thought that you needed, I don't know why. So we figured it out. She wanted my dad to buy her kids cell phones. Haven't seen my dad, never announced that my dad was a father, not father, but grandparent. Just came out of the woodwork. And I'm like, oh, my daddy's not that way. He's not going to spend over $1,000 on you. You come out of the woodwork with your hands open and your eyes all, yeah. I just couldn't believe. But she had a good looking man. I was like, damn, look at that. Wow. I was even impressed. I mean, the only reason why they're not together, and it's not because of him, it's because of her. She doesn't want to be together. And I'm like, oh crap, I'm stuck with this turd, troll. My one sister got banging looking guy. I mean, he's just seemed like a nice guy. I'm like, he doesn't, get drink. He does this. I'm like, damn. Anyway, she didn't get what she wanted. And then my dad made a comment and she called me about it. hey, she calls me up. I was living in California at that time, and she calls me. You can call from, Fake Book. You can call from there. And she called and she asked what my dad meant about doing a, DNA test. Oh yeah, yeah. You should just go. I got 23 and Me, and I also did the it was 23 and Me, and I used two separate sites, and it was, I'm going to be honest, I thought 23 was pretty good, but they both had the same. It was same. She said that she used both sites too, 23andMe and Ancestry. And I said, really? I use them. She was, well, apparently she said that she blocked me. So I said, Devin, go under a different account. Just make up an account, because you can make up one, and that's how you can order two. So he went and made up one and looked for her name under his account, and he goes, she's lying. I go, oh boy, one of those. So I said, I don't think she's going to do it, because she just doesn't want to find out. So I never found out, but it made me think, do you think she did a different one? Like, just to check. And he goes, I don't know. I think she would have done it under a different name. But yeah, I didn't receive anybody who was in there that was her. And I know for a fact, if Chris did it, he would not be on mine, because my dad called me and told me. It's like, hey, I'm going to call up and make everyone sad. Yeah, he found out my brother got into an accident at school, and they had to give him blood. He said, well, you don't know what your blood type is. What's your dad's? Oh, what's test you? Oh, sir, I think that this is your blood type. And he hands him, the card with the information, and, of course, gives him the blood that he needs. And my dad picked him up, from where they brought him, and told him he had a different blood type, and showed my dad. My dad knew his blood type. He knew what that meant, and he didn't care and didn't say nothing to Chris. I hope he didn't find out on the internet, because he got to be for certain somebody else. I can't be the only person my daddy. Oh shit! I think I am. Oh, I think I'm the only person my dad told me. But if Chris did the DNA, I can guarantee it, because my dad said that his daddy was a teacher in Anaheim, California. He's out, and he's an Italian. He got an Italian background. I always thought, man, now I'm going to be honest. Most of my family, when they get older, after the age of 50, you tan really like good, like a fucking Mexican. Oh, and trust me, I've been out there. I get really tan, and my hair gets white blonde, like a real white blonde, like this white blonde. Kid you not, as white as my shirt. That's as white blonde as it gets. Because the summer that I had to sit there and figure out what I was going to do with my trash, and I didn't want to talk with it, I was outside, because I had a pool. I get wet, I get high, and I would let my hair dry. And when it dries, it would get sun kissed. But after a while, it will get sun bleached. And I got tan. In fact, someone thought I was Mexican. I felt like the movie This Old Dogs, with here you are, you're in a spray thing, and they fuck up the spray and you get too dark. Well, I stayed outside. I got too dark. I went to work, and my manager and his wife went on a cruise, came back, and he goes, holy hell, who in the hell are you? And I go, you know who this is? And he goes, that's Steffi. I go, yeah. I looked at him. I'm the new Mexican here, okay? Yeah, I did. I was that dark. I did. I got that dark. I did not go hardly inside. I had a pool out there. I just stayed out there. I became like you know, it just is what it is. Everyone does everything different when it comes to, I would say, stresses. And you know what the two top stresses are. They name number one as death and they name divorce as two. But everyone, I think, is different. Sometimes it could be divorce first, you know, you're dealing with it. The same, that person who unalived themselves was David Wilcox. There was no laser going to his head. There was no anything. He was under a lot of stress. People were concerned for him. They wanted anyone who contribute to his stuff to, like, you know, come and join the live stuff. So I would get emails, hey, Steph, you've joined before, you know, a while back. Yeah, that was like 7 years ago. Wow, you started. And I thought, oh, he used to do make a lot of money, and he got burned really bad. Oh, yeah. This one guy had lied to him and said that he was used in a project, and he come to find out there was never anything like that. This guy was a total shrill. He was a total fake. There was nothing, you know, no time traveling thing going on for this son of a bitch. Yeah. And he got it, the guy himself. Yeah, I wouldn't go to any how can I say, anything where you have a booth or whatever, because people will probably now go and do something bad to him. Yeah, because he lied to, you know, David Wilcock. And he was everyone's, you know, I don't think yeah, YouTube darling in a sense for a while. I remember when he first got married and then when he got divorced. And it was just, instead of, if you cannot deal with having a gun, and you feel that you can't have one around yourself, then have someone lock it away. Because if you're not in that frequency that you want to live, then do something about it. I love like storyboards or whatever. You want to put up, you know, all your things you want in life. I want a big house. I want this. Well, let me tell you this. I have friends who say, I don't know. I don't think none of that meditation and the storyboards, you know, where you know, meditate. You got to do more than just that. Before I lost weight, I started looking into all these other diet things, and went on the Tai Chi, and I said, well, it's 3 months free. Shit. If it's not going to work after 3 months, I'll just tell it to go, you know, off on the thing. And I learned a lot. I thought I knew everything. I'm like, I'm just know it all. No, I learned how to fast. I heard about fasting, but this is awesome. You can fast from like 8 o'clock in the evening until 10 o'clock a.m. And you'll be burning just buttloads of just stuff. It's like a skinny thing. You go from being blah, blah, blah to you. We call them in my family. That's like a Polish slang word. We call them blurbles. Blurbles. Sounds like blurbles. Blurbles. Yeah, that's what it is. Blurbles. So we have a lot of blurbles. Fasting is best way to go. You can even do from, like, say you are working late and you want to sleep in. So you go and you start fasting from like 9 until 11. There's a lot of people who, especially when there's a wedding, you ever hear of them fasting? You hear about, you know, they're over 24-hour fasting and they're exercising, and you see them, they go down to sizes. That's how they do it. They don't do it all the time because if you fast all the time, and especially if you run out of fat, then it becomes dangerous and stupid. It's like, I want to be super skinny. I want to be size -0. I want to be -10. I want to be just a bunch of Skeletor. I'm going for the Skeletor look. Oh, yay. Yeah. Yeah. And there was a lot of people, I know for a fact that a lot of people didn't like my uncle's, I guess you would say, his two new children he adopted. I never met. I was close to my uncle. I was his favorite niece. That's what he told her. And nieces. Ooh-wee. I thought to myself, wow, I'm nieces. Is that nice? Woohoo. Isn't that? Yeah. I should have asked my family and had a plan that was more with foundation in order to leave the troll. But I never really sat down. And then I thought to myself today, maybe I just didn't want to leave. I just wasn't ready. My frequency wasn't in the right place. But in 2012, I listened to this meditation stuff. It was for this one show. Jim Norrie, he has that on. And I'm thinking, wow, at 12 o'clock, we're going to be playing this thing. It's supposed to wake everybody up. I'm like, oh, yeah, okay. So I had my headphones on and I put it on the thing because I listened on not on AM, but on the internet because I used to pay $5 a month, and that was my whole thing. I listened to Jim Norrie and all the weird shit, and it was like nice for a while, and then I got bored, and I just let it. I just haven't picked it up. But anyway, I used to listen to it. They had this big thing for all the people who were like me. I paid the money and I listened to the special things. So it put me to sleep. I woke up, and that's when I started to lose weight, take more initiative for myself. And I put up storyboards and all kinds of boards up to visionary boards. And if you're not believing it yourself, if you don't love yourself and you're not going to find that person, the love of your life, if you can't love yourself, if you have a poor communicational skills, like your idea of talking is, oh, here, I got some YouTube police. Oh my gosh. Wow. What am I doing wrong? Do I put my hands up? No. All right. All right. I'm holding still. Welcome, YouTube police. I like that. Yeah. I spent time writing. I was like, yeah, I'm going to spend time. Yeah, I have siblings. Oh, Lord. I really do. I got some siblings that I think out of all of them, I'm the only one that can drive because my dad would look at them. No, we're driving your car. No, we're driving my car with you in the driver's seat. No, everyone else. Oh, I want to drive, Dad. My dad would go. So yeah, it's yeah. Me, I'm doing comedy right now. Usually I put a wig on. I'm going to be honest, it's just too hot to wear it, even though it's cool in my room. For some reason, when I put it on, it really heats up my skull for now. It's It's over 100. Oh, yeah. I hope not. I hope I don't look evil. But here, let me show you. I can find my let me go get that over here. And I'll show you what I bought online a while back. I have to put it up here. My cat was eating it. My cat was eating it. Yeah, well, it's cute. What it is, you see how these are right here? They're like they're big. Well, my cat got them down to nubs. So I'm going to have to get like some stuff to redo it. But it looks freaking cool. Look at this. Woo! Yeah, I'll look funny. I'll show you. I got to keep this up here. My cat will have too much fun with it. So yeah. On can? No, you didn't see me there. I'm just on YouTube. I'm just a YouTuber. I wish. And just here. The YouTube police. I like that. Yeah, you should go with FBI. That'd be the fabulous body inspectors. That's what I used to joke with my dad. This is it. Yep, I get in the whole thing. Snake lady here. We got some snake farts for sale. That's right. Oh, let me get them things out and get the snake farters going. Yeah. Get the snakers going. I got to get that all done up. That's right. There's nothing like some snake farts. Do you got snakes? Do they get lumpy? No, it didn't eat your cat or the cat next door. It's got farts. You got to squeeze them. You got to put it in your tank, and you get a whole tank of farts. That's right. There's nothing like farting around. And this weekend, come on down. Bring the kids. You can play with the little critters. It's all fun and games. Yeah. Woo, yeah. And just imagine how fun that'd be. I got to find out how I can video this myself and just walk around Walmart. I'm going to wear something nice and, good looking, where the guys are looking, and then you go, oh, yeah, and act like it feels so. My ass blew up. Oh, and maybe I took that rising stuff. There's nothing like farting around when it's too hot to go outside. You go to Walmart. Go over here in over in Pahrump. I'm gonna have. It's going to be busy because it's going to be hot. A lot of people are going to be coming to Walmart, keeping cool, and I'm going to be farting around, grossing people out, farting around. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'll stop over at, get myself like a Subway. I like the green tea. It's real nice. Yeah. Get the Subway, and then afterwards walk around and let it go. Every so often, wave my ass. Oh, yeah, I was putting it in my purse, and these little fuckers go off on their own, like, hey, we're going to surprise you. Oh, yeah, you leave these on, and you're walking with it, suddenly it just goes off on its own. You got them both going, it's like they want to talk and fart. It's like they're like little farting, talking little suckers. Yeah, they do. They fart and talk. Because every so often one of them will go off and then another one will go off because they're going off separately. Yeah, that's right. Just a big old fart. Yeah, I'm gonna be having to figure out how I'm gonna like tape my shelf, or I get some ones like how they look when you walk by them and you look decent. You know, you look all spiffied up. You know, smell good, look good, fart like a beast. Fart, fart like a beast. Oh Lord, man, they should hear me burp. I live alone, so I let it go. I let it all out. Well, you know, when you live with someone, when you first, you know, I'm afraid, man. Anyone live with me and they really hear me burp, they're going to go, oh shit, we got to get that on video. That's like loud. Yeah, that's what I'm talking, you know. It's like, just like me, you know. I know I can't run out of my milk because if I do, I got nothing to drink. Because I know if I borrow some of my son's milk, he drink regular milk. Oh crap. Yeah. Those are some gassy times. So let me tell you a story when I worked at the pit. One manager was laughing and said, "No, you can't be allergic to Yankee. You can drink milk." No, I can't. Oh, he looked. I think you can. I think it can. I'd already told the other manager, and he tried it last time. I start on table 1. I always end on table 4, and I'm going to tell you again. So if you try to get me in trouble, I'm not going to fall for it. Yeah, I drank a big solo cup of milk again, and I had to teach somebody else what it means when that milk goes into some people's stomach, just don't do very well. And it goes out just, oh, yeah, it goes out curdled. And you're farting a lot. Yeah, I started in table 1. By the time I was at lunch, I was already in table 4. Every time I bent down for anything, I said, that's what happens when I drink milk. That's why I bring my own milk. And I put almond milk. That's what you said. It was something wrong with my milk. No, it's almond milk, you dingleberry. Because real milk curdles in me. Hey, Euphoria. Well, we had the YouTube police and we got Euphoria. And good to see you, Euphoria. Oh yeah. They finally, after 2 times of trying out the Polish gas place, because they would have to open both ends early. By the time I got to like 4 hours and it's been cooking, steaming and cooking, and then at my work, they've opened up both doors and let air out back. Oh yeah, they had to let air out. Woo wee, yeah. So they don't ask about that no more. You know, they don't, because they fired me. They finally got rid of me, and I never thought I'd see the end. I was like, oh Lord, oh Lord, yeah. It it took a long while, and in that time, I was going through what you call adult bullying, and that's what I was dealing with. And then somebody who really liked me asked me to marry him, and I didn't understand, and things were just not fitting in good. And I was mad at myself afterwards. Like, yeah, I was like, I don't, I don't ever want to have someone feel that I abandoned them, because I am not that kind of person. I really am not. And I've been I'd say the last since May until up until now, I all felt like I was as low as a snake's belly, because all I've been doing, I I went on my somebody else's platform and I upset them, and I don't like upsetting people. And when that happens, that upsets me. And it just makes me feel like lower than a snake's belly. I think that there are people out there, they are beautiful, and I like to support them. I believe in communication. I do. I believe in a good understanding relationship. That's what I've been waiting for. And I was dealing with so much stress, so much crap, and so much negativity at the pit that I didn't see true love before me, that I should have just went and said, "Oh yeah, this is what I'm saying." Here we go. I will assist you. So hey, yeah. So yeah, it comes to a point, when you're I guess you can say, you know, tired of, especially people on YouTube, when they do stuff, they go on your channel and they're lurking and they don't even press the thumbs up. They say stuff, they act like they're your friends. And in a lot of cases, they're not your friends. That's why when somebody, you have to prove to me, in a lot of cases, people have to prove to me that they're willing to back me up and help me in my channel for me to believe someone to go, hey, tell me when you're online and, I'll check you out. If you don't do it hardly ever to anyone else, how am I going to believe you're going to just do it for me as a person? Do you know what I mean? And I had a lot of people say that in the past, and I've had this for, over 10 years. I had it as my bitch channel where I just go on and wench about it. So when people come on and they tell me to put on my wig and they're not, let's just be honest, they're telling me to put on my wig, but they're also not putting a thumbs up. It makes me think, I wonder if they are anyone that is maybe just on like some troll stuff. So I got StreamYard. Yeah, and it does make me think when people come on here and they go, hey, put this on, do this, and you don't get a thumbs up, and you're going, that might be somebody making fun of me. Yeah. And I do get a lot of people come on here, and I can feel that, especially when there is no thumbs up, and you're going, so what did I do? Did I get you angry? I know who it is. I know who's on here. Yeah. You know what the best thing for a healthy relationship is? No drama. None. Just none. I mean, we're not talking zero zilch. We're talking the drama that lasts. It's like the saga lasts for 6 months and you're stressed out for 6 months. And then when you get done with that, you have another drama saga to go through. That's something where it produces bad cholesterol and it starts making you feel sick and you're calling in to work. Why? You're calling into work because you're not feeling well, because you're in a relationship that fucking sucks. I wouldn't want to be in a relationship like that. I used to. Man, I had friends every I lived in Michigan. I had friends when I worked at Kroger asked me if my ex was going to file for divorce because all the shit he bitched about to them. I'm like, you don't, it's like I used to say to my ex, no, please don't talk to anybody. You tell them our deepest, darkest things that are very, very, very private. Yeah. After my time, and I learned when it came to Kroger, he went to one event. He came home so drunk, and management told me he is not welcome back again. So when it came time for the whole thing, I went there and I had to lie to him because he wouldn't let me go. He told me he wasn't going to let me go. So you know what I told him? Put me for the party. Have me as if I'm going to work. Why? Because I'll take a picture of it, show it to my husband. He'll think I'm working. Oh, yeah, he's that dumb. It worked. He looked at it. Oh, you're working. Yeah, I am. And that was it. He thought I was working during that time because you know what I told him? My ex gets out at 3 in the afternoon, have me work till 4. Don't put the time when you're working. That's what was so great because I worked in the afternoon, and then he thought I was working later. He's like, "Oh yeah, I worked 4 hours that day." When you have to lie because your corporation or the company you work for says that your significant others is complete, you know, wow, no, we don't want your person back. It's not good. Yeah, it never is good. The one thing that I really love about this hat, it looks fucking cool. I can't wait till Christmas. I'm gonna wear Christmas lights on this. Look at this sucker. It says, I'm fucking bitching. Woo! Look at that. Get me. Well, look, Shakespeare. The big thing back in the 80s was having a cigarette, and we call them now manuals. Nowadays, people you see more than anything, and I think it's like I'm trying to find let me go. You know, most people, not all, most people do use the electronic. I call them the manuals, and then we got the regular ones, which I call them the manuals. Oh yeah. I think it's really quite funny when you're trying to get yourself on your feet. Your significant ex is spreading shit in the small town, and you're going, oh, that's just lovely. I hope you lose that Jeep. Mm. I never got I never really got when I did get over opinionated, I did move out to the RV because number one, my and things were our cooling and heating unit quit working, and it was really a hot one here. It really was. And I thought, well, I'm just going to go there because at least I could cool down at least a little bit. It is so cold in here. It's cool. And I'm going to be honest, it now takes me three checks to pay my electric. Oh boy, I told my son, please, finish up your watering. Fuck. So yeah, this is just coffee in here. So I'm thinking to myself, My son still kind of yaps at me and bitches to me. I'm like, dude, you take apart the microwave, put it on the ground, and you take the piece that goes on there right where I need to go and cook. So he's bitching at me while I'm live. I'm like, dude, how am I going to cook? Huh? I had no microwave. I'm doing the closest, nexus thing to hello. So, yeah, it is really, I see it as something where you it's just like, you're not getting along with somebody. Say you're not getting along with somebody, your next door neighbor, and you just don't want hurt feelings. So you say nothing mean about them, but they go and say not nice things about you or what you're wearing or how you imitate stuff. You got to remember this. There's some people in this world, in this big old world, you're not going to appease them. You're not, it's just one of those things. You're on a different frequency. You got to, go, okay, it is what it is. But yeah, and go around farting. Don't forget to put the thumbs up on there. And I think it's like Friday, Mr. X is going to be on, and I think Thursday, Jimmy Yarborough's on. So I put it in the short with all the what I watched. See, it did it on its own. I didn't even press it. See, you walk around with that, soon you're like farting like you just took some type of medication that causes explosions in your pants. So I'm just sitting there thinking, wow, yeah. I remember when my grandma, she got upset and she thought I was evil. She was my mom's mother. I said, no wonder. One day I was like, it was like, I was 16, no, 17. Told her, you know what? I just think she wasn't ready for me. But when I was 18, she sent me a bunch of dresses that could have fit me when I was like 8. It's like, I was skinny enough to fit into them. We used to joke. I said, shoot, I can wear this as this. And we were talking about stuff. I could have done something. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I got a one sister. It's a cold digger. She decided to look my daddy up. This is after she had 3 children with this one guy and never called my dad and said, you're grandpa or nothing. I'm like, oh, this is going to be creepy. So she visits my dad when I'm not there, and I'm like, oh, come on, I wanted to see her. My dad's, I want her to be able to talk back, more or less. He didn't want her to get angry or whatever. My dad invited her over for Christmas Eve, and the only thing she asked was, what am I getting, and is it worth my time type thing? And my dad's like, God damn. He said, well, money's tight this year, and I don't have Letty buying the gifts anymore. It's all me. And she got real quiet. Well, the grandkids, nah. I Now she met my other siblings, and I'm like, hey, you want to scare the fuck out of one sister? Have them drive with one of my siblings. That's what I was like thinking. Drive with one of my siblings, guaranteed. Yeah, my one brother, who's now, a transsexual, that's whatever, a transsexual. He would be putting on lipstick. I'm like, oh, this is just, God, I don't know how many accidents that some bitch been in. And he drives a truck. I'm like, dude, you drive like shit. Or do that, you drive like shit. I'm like, you just drive bad. I wouldn't want to be in a truck with you. Yeah. And he drives, yeah, I got a kick ass hat. I like this hat. This hat says, it does. You know what I think? A lot of, you get some people, they get upset, and instead of them being the bigger person and apologize, they just get angry and they do, mean things to other people. They do, and it makes them feel good. And some people have that frequency. It feels good to do that. Well, it looks like I'm just going to go an hour because I'm going to be honest, I'm not getting hardly anybody on here. It's not worth it. So I'm going to see you tomorrow. All right.